Would you want a woman to do what you're doing to Mike, to your two sons? Would you want that?
No, nunca.
That's not funny, but the honesty totally caught me off guard.
Mike, you need to run.
Mike is still refusing to end his relationship with Ximena, even after the cast and his friends practically beg him to.
I know this kind of woman like Ximena, and she's not gonna stop until she completely destroys him.
Yep.
And there is nothing left.
Apparently her vagina's got voodoo.
Leave her, move on.
How do you help a friend in a situation like Mike's?
I think you guys that are close to him as his friends, it is your duty to make sure that you save this guy.
We'll get into that, plus what led to Ximena walking off the tell-all set twice.
What happened?
Shut up!
And what's next for the couple, now that the season is over.
I just want to say that I'm my own man. I can make my own decisions. I still want to go to Cartagena and see what happens.
Whew, let's talk about it. Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia. Part 2 of the tell-all was good. Before we get into Mike and Ximena, there are some other quick standout moments that I have to show you. Like Memphis unapologetically laughing while host Sean Robinson is questioning Ella about cheating on Johnny.
So you had a guy fly in to spend your birthday with you. It was
With a
somebody
Facebook
that you had
page.
met on a previous dating site, and then you guys kept in touch?
About just the birthday thing.
Okay,
She's a whole mood.
okay.
Also, it looks like Gino is out here lying, again, about the nude photos of Jasmine that he sent to his ex. Now he's saying he sent it by mistake.
I didn't send a nude photo on purpose to her. And it was one that accidentally sent.
Gino then says he only sent one topless photo of Jasmine, but she says he sent 3.
I mean, you know, you send at different times 3 different topless pictures.
She said you sent 3 photos.
That were nude. That were nude.
No, no, no. It was only one partial nude pic.
Raise your hand if you believe that.
And guess what cast member is walking around during the tell-all, giving couples advice to everyone?
As an ex-pastor, I have counseled a lot of couples.
Yep, good old Ben. And Kim is not having it.
I think, you know, you really can't get to that point of true intimacy where you're just like, you are boyfriend and girlfriend until you get that face-to-face. And then everything behind you is just gotta go. Like, you can't bring it up, it's in the past.
I'm sorry, Ben's telling us all about our relationships, like his is so perfect. Don't sit up here and be all pastory and acting like you can just judge every single one of us, but you better take some of that judgment on yourself.
Told you. Kim said, don't sit up here and be all pastory.
Don't sit up here and be all pastory.
You know, one of the most interesting parts about these tell-alls is watching the cast members share their opinions on other couples. It is proof that the advice we give is the exact same advice we need to hear ourselves. Because Ben said this to Kim.
I think, you know, you really can't get to that point of true intimacy where you're just like, you are boyfriend and girlfriend until you get that face-to-face.
When he was ready to marry Mahogany before he even confirmed she was a real person.
Mahogany, are you and Benjamin back together as boyfriend and girlfriend?
Speaking of Ben and Mahogany, these two are back together.
What the hell?
Yes, and they are talking about getting married next year.
1 year from now, we'll be back here in this park
Yes.
as husband and wife.
Oh my gosh, baby.
That's my prediction. We'll see what happens.
She is running game on you so bad. This, oh, I'm gonna get married in a year. I pray for you. I hope it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, there's
you
probably...
you had so much criticism from my relationship and for everybody on here.
Yeah, we all...
And yours is the worst one here.
Damn.
We also learned that Ben gave Mahogany $1,000 before they met in person.
Did you send her $1,000?
But I did, yes.
Okay.
Lord.
And Jasmine doesn't sugarcoat how she feels about Ben's behavior this season.
Ben, she letting you know before you arrived to Peru that she was not longer interested, and you kind of chasing her and knowing that she's so young. I don't know, but it gives me like pervert vibes.
There are a number of people who would agree. All right, I know that took a minute, but those were some key moments that I had to show you. And oh yeah, I see that some of you want another glimpse of Kim's son Jamal. So here you go.
You are welcome.
Now, let's get into the cast reacting to Ximena using Mike for money.
We were able to work it out, and today we're back together.
On part 1 of the tell-all, we learned that Ximena and Mike are back together after their nasty breakup. And on part 2, Ximena confirms that they are indeed boyfriend and girlfriend, but she admits she is still not in love with him.
No lo amo. Él lo sabe.
Exacto.
Ximena says she's giving the relationship another shot to see if Mike has really changed. He's planning on taking her on a trip to Cartagena, a beautiful city off Colombia's coast. And that's where she says she'll determine whether she'll move forward with him. So yes, after all the drama, she's about to get a free vacation, courtesy of you-know-who.
She's not in love with you.
When Ximena sees that Mike is upset about her confession that she's not in love with him, she reassures him that she loves him a lot, but she just needs some time.
No te pongas así, por favor. Tú sabes que yo te quiero mucho, pero te necesito tiempo.
Time for what? He's paying all of her bills. What does he need to... What do you need time for? He's been there already. He's proved to you what a good person he is. To your children, he supports you. What more can you want? I mean, this is a good dude. And my heart is breaking for him right now.
Yes.
Look at Mike smirking. He's sad, but at the same time, he seems to be loving all the compliments and backup he's receiving from the cast right now.
Es que nadie entiende. O sea, tenerlo ahí enfrente con sus formas de hacer, de actuar, a lo brusco, a lo grosero, o sea...
Pero Ximena, usted también fue grosera con él.
Yo soy muy grosera, ¿para qué? No lo niego, yo soy muy grosera.
Might want to work on that.
You've been taking care of this lady with her kids for some time. Now she's still telling you today that she didn't love you. You need to just get out from this.
The confusion Mike is feeling is written all over his face at this point. It looks like it hurts.
Mikey, in all this time, have you continued helping her financially? And if your answer is yes, like to what extent?
After Mike confirms to the cast that he's been paying for Ximena's rent and food, they react, and they don't hold back.
But she has to decide if she loves you or not? That's crazy.
He's basically taking care of her completely. I'm sorry, bro.
Okay, let's bring some balance into this. We can't forget that Mike has chosen to take care of Ximena.
He's basically taking care of her completely. I'm sorry, bro.
So even if you disagree with her behavior, let's not approach it as if he's the victim here.
He chose...
Ximena, to a lot of people, it seems like you're just in this relationship with Mike for the money.
No. No es por dinero porque pues sí, él me ayuda mucho y le agradezco demasiado.
Oh, God.
Mike, you need to run.
You went around your apartment and showed everything he bought for you. And then that last night, you couldn't even let him stay in the apartment that he pays for you? Damn. Mike, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You deserve so much better than that.
Is it just me, or is this a really vocal cast? They are saying how they feel with no filter. Things take a turn for the worse when Mike's friend and 90-day MVPs, Nelsie and John, come out. Mike is dreading seeing them because apparently Ximena hates Nelsie.
Esa vieja la odio.
And Mike fears his friends will mess up the progress he's made with Ximena. Basically, he doesn't want them to be blockers. Excuse my language.
How do you see their relationship?
Just the same way everybody sees it. She's just with him because of the money. He is buying her love.
Why are you with Mike? Why are you with Mike?
Él me dio la mano desde un comienzo.
If something happens to you, Mike, like, God forbid, knock on wood, there's an accident. You can't provide, you can't work. You're gone, bro. You're never gonna hear from her again.
That right there hit home for Mike because he looks at Ximena and asks, is that true?
Ximena, is that true? Like, if something happened to me, you would just leave?
Mike.
And of course she says no. I mean, Mike, did you really think she would say yes?
Ximena, you can't even tolerate his farts.
Años viviendo juntos, llevamos una semana, 2 semanas.
Sí, una semana, 2 semanas tratando de vivir juntos y un año chapeándolo, un año cogiéndole todo su dinero.
Sí, puede ser así como tú lo quieras decir.
Exactly. Isn't that crazy? Oh my God.
Oh no, she just admitted it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Usman then pops a question, which leads to Mike's friend John making a very blunt statement. But it's also what we've all been thinking.
Does that lady, I mean, did she use voodoo on you? Because, like, it is clear she didn't love you. She said it.
Apparently her vagina's got voodoo.
Nelsie brings up how Mike is learning Spanish for Ximena, but she's not even trying to learn English.
And that is so good of you to try so hard and try so much, but she's just not worth it.
She's just not.
She did not.
You will find somebody that will love you the right way, will be okay with you farting once in a while, not while kissing.
And I think you guys that are close to him as his friends, it is your duty to make sure that you save this guy.
Let's get real. Do y'all agree with Usman? Is it John and Nelsie's duty as Mike's friends to save him from Ximena? I think it's their duty to let him know their honest thoughts and to be there when he falls. But I don't think it's their duty to actively try to save him because, newsflash, Mike doesn't want to be saved right now. Joanne in the comments says in part, quote, I feel bad for everyone involved. She then goes on to say, quote, why would he want to be with her when she clearly doesn't love him? I don't have that answer, but I think Mike wants what he wants so bad that he's willing to risk it all. Whenever I want something really bad, I try to step back and see if the desire is coming from a healthy place.
I wanted to see what happens.
If it makes me feel anxious and constrained, more than likely, I know that it's coming from an unhealthy place. And that thing I want is probably not even good for me.
¿Por qué las personas piensan que tú estás en esta relación por dinero?
Porque ustedes son los metidos.
Y tú eres una chapeadora.
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Stop.
Y chao, se acaba.
Exactly, because she hates talking to me because I put her on the spot.
I know this kind of woman like Ximena, and she's not gonna stop until she completely destroys him and there is nothing left.
Mike wasn't hearing any of that. He was freaking out because Ximena walked off.
Can someone tell her to come back, please?
And once she came back, it didn't take long for her to walk off again.
No sé por qué se meten en una relación de dos.
Esto es una relación de una porque la persona que tú estás... Do not tell me to shut up.
Then just leave.
So then I leave.
Nelsie, sit down.
And good luck with her.
After Nelsie makes her exit, Ximena finally returns with an outfit change. And Mike tells her what he needs moving forward in this relationship.
I still want to go to Cartagena with you and just see how things work. But can you please be more understanding and actually change?
Would you want a woman to do what you're doing to Mike, to your 2 sons? Would you want that?
No, nunca.
So why do it to Mike?
She didn't answer. Mike ignores that major red flag.
But you know what? He's got to learn this himself.
And asked Ximena if she could take learning English seriously.
I'll help you.
Lo he intentado, pero me parece difícil.
Yo ayudo.
After the tell-all wraps, everyone goes their separate ways. And Mike FaceTimes Ximena, and she tells him that they're gonna get married and prove everyone wrong. I guess she's talking about us too.
¿Trabajar muy duro en Cartagena en la relación?
Sí.
¿Sí?
Voy a trabajar, me voy a ir a vivir contigo, voy a casar y voy a hacer todo para que ellos no digan lo que no es.
Sí.
I love you so much.
You know, my parents always told me, a hard head makes a soft behind. Time will tell. If the rumors are true, Ximena has already moved on from Mike. Either way, I wish those two the best. All right, that does it for season 5 of Before the 90 Days. I'll be back next week with a recap of the premiere episode of 90 Day Fiancé's 9th season.
My fire, the one desire.
90 Day Fiancé.
90 Day has turned sexy. All right, fans fam, make sure you stick with ET because we are covering it all. I will see you next time.